Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Titan9, and we are going to be talking about some starter decks over the next couple videos because we have the starter release events happening, and I've seen online and have been asked with people questioning, what's the best deck? I see this all the time. What's the one we go with? And I'm going to do a bit of a spoiler and say, doesn't matter. I'm going to rip that Band-Aid off right now. They're all workable decks. You know, even if one is perhaps a little better than the other, the differences are sort of small. And the stakes of these events are pretty low. A lot of people are going to be playing for the first time, and they kind of want to get to know the format. We're not talking about a Magnus Carlsen, Hideki Nakamura chess championship type matchup here, right? These are not the opponents you're going to have. Even if you were playing against one of the top players currently, you with the best deck against them with the quote-unquote worst deck probably won't make all that much of a difference. And since this is randomly distributed anyway, it's actually a good news. You have a chance to win with any deck that you are given. So instead of some other people are already put out videos about sort of which one's the best, which one's the strongest, I decided you don't know what you're going to get, so I think it would be best to make videos about how to play each deck. How should you approach their matchups, and what things should you be considering based on what is in the deck. And this little introduction will be in all the videos, so feel free to skip it in the future videos to just go right to the meat of it, but it just applies to every deck, and I just wanted people to stop worrying, trying to figure out what the best deck and how to gain these very minor percentage points, because at the end of the day, Gundam is still a pretty inconsistent game. These decks are not sort of built to hyper extremes of quality. They're good decks, but they're not meant to be extremely efficient. The cards don't always even work super well together. So everybody's kind of working on the same page of these imperfect decks, and it's really the event's about having fun. But if you do want to try to win the bonus promos, then I'm going to teach you how to approach each deck, and we're going to sort of play one deck against the other three, and that's what we will be doing for each video. All right, and welcome back to deck number 3, Zeon's Rush. It's billed as an aggro deck, and you can kind of see that here in these small units. These Gazadis are nice, where if you play one of these on turn 1, this on turn 2, you can still bust that base. That's pretty nice if they don't have any blockers, though a lot of your opponents will, because 2 of the decks have 6 or 7 blockers. So don't always rely on that. Obviously, Zakutu can take out a base in one hit. Then you have kind of your more expensive units. And this is kind of where the deck feels a lot more mid-rangey. Your Char Aznable also only has 2 units it can link to, which feels a little odd to me. It can only link to your LR units, just Char Zakutu, that's it, just these 2. Full Frontal is a level 6 pilot, which is very expensive, especially in an aggro deck. Not expensive, I guess, but very late in the game it can come in. It does let you deploy another Zeon, Neo Zeon unit card for free if it's level 4 or lower. But by turn 6, theoretically, you would have basically played most of your hand by then, because you're the aggro deck. You ideally would want to win by turn 6. But you can have your very aggressive starts. But the thing that gives me pause on this deck, not that you shouldn't play it, not that it's bad, but there's like a bad half to draw. I've had games where early on I find these expensive units, and then, you know, as my opponent has sort of caught up and stabilized, I just draw these units. These are not very useful on turn 7 or 8 when they've got a board of 3 or 4 big dudes. This one's nice that it pseudo replaces itself if you're lucky, though a lot of your deck has stuff that should trigger it. This one gives you another token, but its body is pretty small, and even with the Blue Giant pilot, of which you only have 2, it's still only a 3/4, which doesn't feel like much to write home about. I wish it became a 4/4 or a 4/3. This one is a big beefy body, and the support 2, unless you're got a very specific scenario in mind, the support 2 on this big beefy dude on turn 4 at the earliest isn't always the most impressive way to use this unit. Sonaju obviously is nice, but you only have 2 of them. You need one of your pilots with it. Ideally full frontal, and you can have a really explosive turn 6. This base is nice, dealing that damage helps more often than you think. Flamal lets you play a unit on the same turn you play a base, so you can do double duty there. So there are things to like about the deck, and since you only have 2 units that can link with Char, don't be afraid to put Char on any of your other units to make them beefier. Don't try to hold him back. He is on, I know it only looks like a 1/1, but when he attacks, he gets an extra AP too. So you can kind of clear through some blockers or some of your opponent's units or some bases if you can do the math right. So just keep that in mind. Indignation can be useful. You can turn combat in your favor. You can get through a base with one of your little 1/2s. You can even do it on turn 2 because it's a level 2 card. Close combat can be helpful. It's really nice when it happens when your shield gets hit. I wish it didn't cost 2. That doesn't always make me want to play it on curve because I want to play units on curve. But sometimes it needs to happen. It's good for clearing out blockers that are in your way. And it's nice they gave you 3 of them. I know it sounded like I'm a little low on the deck. I've won plenty of times with the deck. I do like playing aggressive decks, especially in this Gundam format that we're in currently. You might draw cards in the wrong order. That's less problematic in other decks. Just kind of keep that in mind when you're kind of coming over your mulligan decisions. We're going to start against Heroic Beginnings, and we are going to play random. We are doing the wing table. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I have a slightly better AI. I'm on the Patreon, because I think this has been very helpful for testing for me for other events, including the beta pre-regionals that I was able to win. I was able to fine-tune the deck process thanks to this, because I just have way more time to play against AI than coordinate Zumbo Sim matches, though I like Zumbo Sim too. But this is where, again, we're not trying to show off how great the deck is. I'm trying to show you how to play it, and an AI opponent will be perfect for that goal. All right, we are going first, which is pretty good. I think this deck wants to play on turn 1. It is nice when you get to play this on your turn 1, but here, see, a lot of pilots, this thing, we want units. We want the units bad, and can't even fully take advantage of this because we're going first. So let's hope we can find our level 1 units, and we'll take a mulligan, or just more than 1 unit. Something to keep in mind. Let's take our mulligan. At least it's better. 2 bases is annoying, but go this into this. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I totally confused myself. Perfect. We do get to take advantage of this. I still would have mulliganed that other hand. This thing's annoying. This turned out great. Well, what a good mood I'm in suddenly now. Woo! This aggravates me, but I can go here. I'm going to do this next turn, do this the turn after that. We're just going to cruise. They're going to block with this, then they're going to trade with this, but that's not the end of the world because I'm going to play this. Let's attack, not let them know what's up our sleeve. This will be helpful even. This is where it gets kind of annoying. Because I can't do anything with this for a number of turns. I likely can't do anything with these for a number of turns unless I want to pick off a 1 toughness thing and get rid of my base quickly. So I'm already feeling like I have a pretty slow hand here. I could, if I wanted to keep this alive, use this on that. But because it's not going to be able to trade. But then I don't get to play this next turn, but I could draw a Zeon pilot. I guess it has to be Angelo. I couldn't play full frontal. And then I can play one of these depending on what's more helpful. Yeah, alright. I don't love it, but I think that's the best way to handle this situation. If it were going to trade off, I would have been fine and left it alone, but I don't want to lose this and that's still around. Oh no, I lost it anyway. But they didn't. Oh no, this is the Kai one. That's the gun cannon, not the gun tank. Alright, so okay, I am going to play this. Because now I can also play this. I guess I could have played the Rabula to finish that off, but I wasn't going to do it next turn. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. Oh, my goodness. Well, at least I was just about to bemoan that I don't have the close combat to use on this. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because I have no action timing between this being played and the pilot going on it. But it has brought down their hand. Yeah, see, look, I'm drawing this on a turn. I would rather have this like 2 or 3 turns ago. So I could play this base now and deal 1 damage to one of these things. Finish this one off. Well, I guess I can't attack it directly. I'm going to see if I can trick it. I'm gonna trick the... I might do this. I would probably do it this way with an opponent too. So we're going to attack the base. Okay, great. That's what I wanted to do. Now we will play this. So here's something to consider. I could put this char on this thing. It's not necessary, and it would still die to this, but it's something I could consider. I probably will play this just to have extra units and just lose the resource. I theoretically could have played this next turn, but I gotta do something. I could kill this and just play my little 1/2. But then I'm sort of doing this trading but I'm not really aggro is the thing, right? I'm not full on aggro. And wouldn't I rather have this for this? But it's not a link unit. Blah. But this is gonna kill this, and it's still gonna have 2 AP left. Anyway. And I guess I could kill it with the Sanaju. Fool. But they're gonna have other units to play that I could kill. It's 2 AP. This is a tricky one. Tricky one. I think I'm definitely playing this. No, because I guess then I would play this and just hold off on this for a bit. But this unit could just die into that. Alright, just because this is such an annoying thing, I might regret this later. But let's go, get rid of this. See, don't be precious with your chars. It'll be annoying and I'll draw the Zakutu next turn, but can't let hindsight. You're trying to play the highest percentages based on the board state as it is. We'll try it like this. And if I play this next turn, I get to play this for free at least. So I'm just sort of sacrificing a turn to really go off here. Yes. And so I can actually play 3 units now. So we will play this full front. Oh wait. Oh, because that's not him. That's full frontal that does that. It's not Sanaju. Well, I am not expecting to play another to draw another. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to play this. I don't need this anymore. Even if I draw the Sanaju, I can still play it. And we are not going to attack. We are just going to end the turn. There's no point in getting this some prey. It's going to clear our base, but we have another one, so it's not the end of the world. Our Sanaju will still do... See, but like, I didn't want to draw this turn. I didn't want to draw that last turn. Is that a Soletta? Oh. The deck's good. Heroic Beginnings is good. Just a heads up, everybody. And I without a pilot, I can't kill either of these. How frustrating that is. Oh, hey, we got a pilot. It won't die to this one. It would die to this one. This effect only happens when it's paired. Yes, okay. Well, first things first, let's see what we're drawing. Make a decision from there. If it's full frontal, that would be kind of nice. We will deal 1 damage. We're killing that one this turn. So that's not... We'll do it to you. This one repairs anyway. Repairs. I will play here. We will now attack. We will now play... I would have loved to have been able to attack a base and finish one of these off, but they just had such big defense. But their hand is empty now. Now's our time to strike. So we'll play this, start to flood the board. And then we'll chip away at the shield, because this is probably going to die. And if we want to if they want to attack these instead, I am all for that. I have no issue. And then we'll have this one ready to go on next turn. Yes, perfect. Great. I have no issue with this at all. Because now I can destroy this base, deal 2 to that, and then my Goyf can finish it off. I got another Goyf to go along with it, so we're going in, attack, for a lot of damage. Two to that. Goyf goes in, finishes the job. This little gun tank doesn't worry me. It could finish this off. Oh well, it's done a good job, and they won't have any defenses. Well, never mind. They in fact have a defense, but we're gonna have 3 more units anyway. So we'll always keep at full board. Wonderful, wonderful. Yoink and yoink. We have no hand either. They have 1 card in hand. The right 2 cards here the right 2 cards could really throw off everything. They didn't want to kill my Sinaju. That is bold. I'm gonna do the thing again where I trade these 2. Because a 2/4 scares me a lot less than a 4/4. Yeah, see, I don't want to draw these now. I want to draw my cooler cards now. This isn't doing enough. Alright, away you go, base. The char on this has proven extremely helpful. But like, an aggro deck doesn't have a lot of cards in their hands if they're doing it right. So, even if I draw full frontal now, I don't have a benefit to that. Because I'm basically going to play every card I have every turn. And if I'm not, it's because I don't want to lose any of my units, though I am going to lose 2 right now. We'll lose our tokens. They are the weakest. They only have 1 health. Oh no, I was going to trade that. Oh, that was silly of me. I said that before the turn began. They have no shield, so it was better to have more units there. I just had a brain fart. Silly me. We're going to attack with our lowest level unit 2. Our lowest power unit, because then these ones could clear it off, and we're going to keep that the same so we can at least do 3 damage to it. I've made my board weaker. They've got a Soletta, which could be bad for us. If we had those 2 units, they'd be 1 shield in deeper. They would basically be dead. They wouldn't be able to stop us. We're fortunately far enough ahead where it's not going to be a huge issue, but that was a very silly thing to do. You want more units when your opponent doesn't have a base and their board is mostly clear. You want to be able to overrun them. That's basically what you want to do as an aggro deck. And we eventually developed into our aggro game plan. That's the goal. This would have been really annoying a turn or 2 ago. But with their bases so low, it doesn't matter. They have no blockers. We're just going to finish them off. We're going to attack with our Sinaju, just to do some extra damage to this, some fuel to the fire. They had many opportunities to kill this. They chose not to. And we'll let the Zaku 1 take the cake. All right. There was a little... The mid-game was a little like, oh, but we were able to pull it off. The draws didn't turn out exactly as we want, but if they had a fuller board, those draws, the Zaku 2s, the Zaku 1, would have been really, really terrible. But because we had done we did that early turn clearing off that first gun cannon using the char, even though it feels like we're slowing down, we're not going for the full out aggro, it made it possible for these cost 1 units to do their thing. You use your bigger units to clear out the harder, more defensive pieces, and then let your little guys go in and get the shields. We were lucky we didn't run into too many bases that game as well, because that's where your little units don't do well, though at least we had 2 Zaku 2s, and they do a pretty good job of getting rid of bases or trading it off against your opponent's big boy units. This is probably the hardest matchup for this deck, so it's good we were able to take the W. Let's see how the other matches go. We are playing 1, which I do like. We get to play this into this. I like that too. We will not take a mulligan. These cards are a little dead, but we do have this nice curve. Zaku 1, Zaku 2, Girazulu. So I'm willing to keep this. This char can go nicely on any number of units we have. If we're lucky and draw the char Zaku 2, that's exciting too. And we'll get to this at some point. And we get to play first, so this hand is, I like for going first. And then now we can play this on turn 4, an excellent curve. So against the Wings of Advance deck, they do have a lot of blockers, which could prove annoying. Fortunately, don't have one now. We're not really attacking with this anyway, unless we draw that red unit that gives us the support 2. We don't. We draw on a pilot. Less exciting about that. We could, if we were really greedy, put this on that, but I guess, do I want to be that aggro? We know we're playing this. Are we playing this other char? We have drawn a second char. Would I rather the char on this thing? It will kill this if it wants to attack into here. You know what? I can't play it. It's level 3. I can't play it anyway. Problem solved. I would have gone for it, though. I think that would have been okay. It's a little greedy, but we are the aggro deck. We don't want to let them... The other one, it's annoying. They have the big butts, and it can be hard to overcome it. But this one will mow us down if we let the game go on too long. They're tall geese, as you saw, very good. See, I think I want to play 2 units. I think I'll go aggro now, and then I can play a char in this if I feel like it. Right, because we can get rid of the shield, so I don't need a char to do that. And now we can take away one of these shields too, with our little 1/2. And if they're going to finish it off with one of their Magranax, that's fine. We don't have a base to put here, so it buys us a little time. And we're going to play better units to replace it anyway. Because later on, if one of them want to trade with my other Zakutu, because this one's probably going to die as well, then they will lose it. Oh no, the Corsica base. That is unfortunate. Oh, they're going aggro too. They like their clock because they have this base. Well, our char is going to come in handy. I think I might put it on one of my Zaku 2s, because it will still clear the base in one turn, but also make these... they won't be sitting ducks. If we get to turn 6, this will be quite fun. I don't think we'll have a unit to be able to play, but it will be quite fun. Yes, alright, so we play a char on this guy. We will now attack Corsica base. Get rid of that, and we're just going to go after shields. Right? Because we should be able to win the race. If that's what they want to do. If they want to turn this into a race, we should win it. If they draw a base, that will be unfortunate. That might change the math we do, but they haven't done it so far. So this will only be a 2/3, but like that's going to trade with everything here. That's the advantage of that. A blocker could throw off the math next turn 2, but we are going to have this. Yeah, this game's not even going to go to turn 6. See, like when the aggro deck gets to do its thing, like these cards were just dead cards in my hand. That's kind of one of the awkward things about it. The full frontal package is a little awkward in your otherwise very aggressive deck. Yeah, now they want to trade off. It's too late, though. They want to get rid of my big guy, but it doesn't matter. You don't have shields. You don't have... Where's your base? I'm going to be able to put this on anything that survives if you play a base, and I'm going to be able to kill it. They probably... a human opponent probably would have done that last turn, but I might have played things differently if that were the case. Yeah, they should have been trading off with units. I don't know why they didn't want to breach that. We have this. We might draw that close combat. That would be pretty convenient. But even with it, they're tapped out. So as long as this isn't the base, we're... Ah! Oh, level 6 things! So annoying! Okay. Let us hope this one, neither of them survive. So we'll attack first with this. Okay, great. We have to hope this is not a base, because we could be in trouble if it is. Because we did not draw... we don't have any blockers. That's the thing about it, you don't have any blockers. So you are very vulnerable most of the game. So that's the other problem, is as an aggro deck, you might need to spend more time trading with your units than attacking shields. This one ended up working out because we had that good curve where I could just flood the board with units, and that's why we're winning this game. But like, you're not great. You're not an amazing aggro deck. As you can see, I have 3 cards in my hand I can't use. Turn 5 though is when I want to win, but it's inconsistent. We didn't win on turn 5 last time. Last game was hard, but I'm on turn 5. I have 3 cards I can't use. Very frustrating. So like, don't be like, ooh, I've got these 2 cards and the rest of your hand's garbage in your opening hand, and think that's a hand that's worthwhile keeping. You might not. Ideally, you don't want to make it here. And our draw turned out perfect for what we needed it to do. We didn't run into any shields at an uncomfortable time, which worked out well too. But look, they didn't even get to play their cards either. Like, that's the beauty of killing them so quickly. That was the advantage of going first. If you get the Zeon's Rush deck, I recommend going first when you win the die roll. Let's go to our final game. Going first again. Excellent, excellent. Not a great hand to go first with. 2 bases. I hate them. When I played the pre-regionals beta deck, I started off with 4 bases and slowly went down to 2. Get them out of there. That proved to be very helpful to my success. We're going to mulligan. Yeah, all the starter decks come with 6 bases, which is bad for this deck, both in its own deck and in the opponent's deck. It's bad news for us. I have this annoying 6-cost card, but I do get these cards later on, which I'm a big fan of. As much as it pains me to not play this first, well, let's see. I would love to play this next turn and go after that, but I would also like to be mana responsible and play this. We're up against the Seed Strike deck as a quick heads up. Yeah, because next turn I can play these 2 units. It doesn't feel good, but it's the thing that needs to be done. So we will do this. Doesn't feel good. If I draw another one of these, I would play that and this, and then attack in with it, so I can clear out that base. But they can't clear out our base, so we're not feeling rushed or pressured yet. I don't know why they played that command right there. The AI has particular trouble with the commands, but again, we're learning how to play this deck, not about how to, not about purely winning or losing. It's just a learning experience. So, as promised, we play this. We play this. I don't like drawing another base here. I find that annoying. I wish this weren't a pilot. You have a bad half of the deck, quote unquote. Like you can get in awkward spots like this, which doesn't matter in the other decks because one's control, so it wants to go longer anyway, and the other 2 are sort of mid-rangey, and they don't mind playing later. But an aggro deck, we're sort of designed to go much faster. So the deck just feels like it's got an identity crisis, this deck. It's one of the weaknesses of it. But again, as you saw, it can be extremely effective. And even when things aren't going great, like in the Heroic Beginnings matchup at the beginning of the video, we still were able to pull it off. I am not going to attack their base, though. Let's see what they've got. Yeah, they're going to clear off the base. We'll probably play one of these next turn and kill something with this, is my guess. I'd like to save this for when they have a blocker. Maybe we'll draw a unit next turn or get a unit with this. Why weren't you in my hand? That gives me 2 units right there. But oddly, not of them by themselves. See, what are you doing? You don't want to save that for your Miguel unit? I'll send a message to the developer of this and have them take a look at that. Okay, so yeah, so we do get a unit to play. This one deals a damage to a thing. I could start clearing off these things. I don't love that, though. I will do the damage there. All right, now... Oh, do I want to play a unit, or do I want to... aggro. Their big stuff is so big. And I can't do much with this. I can hold this up, I suppose, if I wanted to. I can also hold this up as well and try to trade with them that way. If it doesn't... I feel so passive, though. Okay, no, I guess these aren't passive. Using this helps me be active. Playing this is somewhat passive. Alright, let's just go for it then. Let's go for it. Hopefully our draws develop into something. to take advantage of these. Go after some shields. They got an Atherin. That could be bad, because if they have that breach one, they're going to come at me pretty hard. Be able to clear out this base, though we do have another one, so not the end of the world, I suppose. Yeah, we don't have to worry about one of these, but the breach one actually scares me more a little bit, because we don't have a lot of level 5 units. No, we're not playing those. We're not playing those. Alright, we're going to see if they want to try trading off over here. Alright, we're fine trading here. Here we are going to play the blue giant. We will be able to kill. We got very fortunate they attacked into this one, because we got to kill it off. Here I could add this, but the 2 AP doesn't matter. It's because it's not going to kill it off unless I play a second one of these. And this might be useful in a different combat. But I could... No. Okay, we're not going to do that. They have 5 cards in hand, and they have a lot of really big, annoying cards. So we're going to keep this one if... Yeah. Okay, good. So we can burn that up. That's bad news for us. Well, it's not the end of the world. No! No! Urgh. Ah, another base. Super fun. Super fun, everybody. Alright, we're gonna play this. You know, early on, when I was playing Gundam, I wanted to, like, save these and think of, like, instant speed thing, but when they play, they could play a pilot on that, and now I can't kill it. And they have this big hulking blocker. And they can attack and untap with this. So, it doesn't feel good to play it now, but I have to play it now. We shall now play this Girazulu. And that's it. I'm holding this up, but unless they come at me with a link unit instead of this thing, it doesn't really matter. It is annoying I can't play another unit. It's annoying that my original unit can't attack this one. I guess they can't attack me with this thing anyway. But the wing... Oh no, it's still heroic beginnings. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is still Siege Strike. I've been recording a lot of these videos today, so I'm confusing myself. Uh-oh. They activated that ability for no reason. A little confused by that. So now we have this unit, but I don't know if it does us a lot of good, and we can play all of our units and full frontal at the same time anyway, so we didn't gain all that much from this. I wish I could attack this now and have this be done with. I am going to choose to attack the base, because if they attack with either of these, they're going to trade with my Girazulu. If they choose not to attack with these, I got a hit in that I needed to against this Archangel. If they put a pilot on this, so that it can't kill it, I do still have this, even if I play both of these. I could even play one of these if I want to, but I might need all the shields I can get. And if they want to attack both of these into this and this, then that's good for me too. Yeah, they want to clear it up with that, and then get a little head start in there. I can trade off of their units and still have extra units. I wish one of these or two of these were the Flamels so I could get a unit at the same time. Yeah, this is not bad for us. This might end up being pretty good, and I could put this full frontal on one of these to clear out. The base is going to be cleared out in one turn anyway. Uh-oh. Yeah, worst case scenario, because I can't even use this to get rid of that. It will deal 3 damage to it. This will deal 1. Gross. This is gross. I have to kill this next turn, though. I could use it next turn with one of these and try to finish off these guys with these. Alright, we'll pass. Okay, so this could be nice. They don't have a blocker still. We are treading on very thin water. The one advantage we have is they are low on cards. And if we can find a way to clear through all these, we could be in okay position. We definitely need a shield. So let us do that now. Wish these weren't pilots. What do I want to damage? I can kill off these either way. I don't have a great way of dealing with this right now. I need to deal with this right now. Okay, we're going to get rid of you. Doesn't feel great, but we're going to do this into this. And we're going to finish you off. We're going to come in here and finish you off. I'm less worried about the 2 damage. 5 AP obviously would clear the base in one go. So we don't want that. I decided to use a pilot instead of this, because if I find the right unit that goes with this, which is basically the other Girazulas or his personal MS, I get a rush and that could prove useful. I'm basically saving this one. There's not much, if I need a really heavy beater, or if I find the Sanaju, that's what I want. So I'm just going to chill. I'm going to play my really embarrassing Zaku 1 that I drew way too late in the game. And I'm going to hold tight, and that's, like, there just isn't really much else I can do. I don't have to worry. They don't have a close combat themselves, even though they have some red, so I don't have to worry about them just killing it, so I don't need to pre-pilot it up. But I definitely don't feel good. A lot of I wish one of these or 2 of these cards have been units instead. Oh, no. Alright, but still not enough. It just is going to be hard for me to kill that. I might have to put a pilot on this. I need to do 5 damage to it. Yeah, I'm going to need a pilot and this to kill it. They did that thing again. I don't know why they keep doing that. But the good news is, this probably is a base then. If they're not playing it. Drawing all the pilots, everybody. Okay, but feel even less bad about doing this. Oh no, this isn't enough. Oh, my math was wrong. Shoot. No, because it's going to gain 1 from the attack. Okay. This is Heroic Beginnings has that -3 AP. This deck does not, so I'm not worried about playing around that. I also don't really have a choice. There will come a time, if they have enough units, that I might have to preemptively play this. Hopefully that time is not now. No Atherin, no Atherin. Okay. Ah! That's okay. I don't really want to rush into this anyway, because then it's just bait for that. So I'm going to put this here. If they have the Atherin there, that will be a little annoying. But I could finish it off with this other Rarula. No, because they have the Atherin then. But Char wouldn't do it. It would have to be full frontal. They would have to draw the Atherin, so I'm just going to hope they don't have it, because I think that gives me the best chance to succeed. I have to play around Atherin. All right. More opportunities for them to find. Yep, there was that base. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that guy. That'll finish off that base. We'll have this. Deal damage to that. Turns them all into 3/3s, but I need another unit. I actually need another Link unit. Or I guess I have this base. See? The wrong half of the deck. I'm drawing this at terrible times. Let's play this, see what our final thing is. The downside of this deck. We definitely know we need to play these. I want this to kill that. This has to die. And still survive. The Char will let me do that, and then I can still hold out hope to find one of those Sanajus. But of course I'll draw the Char Zaku 2 instead. But this also can be played defensively. Like, if these guys want to attack this, it will take out one of them. And if not, I can finish off one, and then with full frontal's help, I can finish off another, and it will survive. So we will go Charzaku. We will attack this. We will end the turn. All right, they can't rush us this turn, but if they play another unit, we're in big trouble. Okay, they just want to finish off our base, which is not a bad play. We have had to use all 3 bases. We're glad they didn't have that last turn. This is bad news for us. But I guess I can finish them both off and still have a unit alive. If you draw another unit, I'd be happy. A base would work. I don't want the base now, actually. Oh, so annoying. Okay, we're gonna just match red and red. Doesn't super matter. We attack you. We attack you. These have been some ugly draws this game. Ugly draws. Half our bases were found. A good chunk of our pilots were found. This thing is going to kill us. What we could do is not attack this. Whoa! That was a great draw. Not ideal, because they can kill this and our base at the same time. I have to sort of throw both units at it to live. Like, I wouldn't die next turn, but I just would have no buffer. That 4 toughness, so annoying. Oh, it won't kill this. Okay, great. I did my math wrong. Oh no! Okay, well, we gotta... It's gonna attack this. Oh, maybe that's the reason. But then I can just throw this in front of it. Alright. It won't matter. I'm gonna lose this. I might get to keep one of my units now. And I'm kind of getting closer to the edge. They, again, only have the 1 card, so they can't rush us. That is bad. That is not ideal. But I will get to finish this thing off. They won't get to attack me next turn. If I draw a base here, I wouldn't hate that. Because it'd be a Flamel, and... Alright. Attack, kill... I don't have to play this right away. Sorry, full frontal right away. I might need it to do something else. I might draw Senaju. They don't have anything to attack me here. This guy doesn't worry me at all. This is where our 1-2's coming nicely. Oh, baby! Okay, that might seal it for us. Yes, okay. We're going to clear out both these shields. Well, one of them... I guess we are clearing out both these shields. They just might get a base in the process. Okay, they could Atherin us next turn, but that breach can't... I think we're okay. Could they rush us? Sure, but they would have no follow-up. They could rush this base and kill that if they want. They could kill a unit if they want, but they have no follow-up. They need to draw a base. Even drawing a base actually doesn't let them stay alive. Whew, even with the bad draws, we were able to pull it off. Yes, so now they can Kira. But our aggressive nature has put us in a really good position. Like, they could kill this base, but they have no follow-up. So we got lucky. We got extremely lucky that we drew this base, because we would have died. So I complained about having 4 bases. Go get him, Dressy. You know, drawing throughout the game, but that ended up saving lives. But also, the thing to keep in mind is if we didn't have those 4 bases, we would have had other cards in hand, and those might have been more useful, impactful cards for the early game to put us in a better position to win earlier. So don't think like my old man yelling at bases unproductive, right? The Flamel here was extremely helpful. If the 1 damage didn't do too much, it didn't even help us against that Atherin 3/4 unit because we killed it with a 4-powered thing anyway. The Flamels, at least, they would have given us tokens to keep attacking with and keep being aggro with. So the aggro deck, finicky, but can be aggro. We've seen it at its best. We've seen it at its worst. It's been able to win in between that spectrum, so don't be afraid to take it. It's a lot of fun when it does work, and it leaves you more time between rounds to go to the bathroom or see what other people are playing or eat. All right, thank you for joining. 1 more video left. Wishing you all the best of luck this weekend.